The birth of my son was the single most terrifying but defining moment of my life. My name is Nicole Wirt, and I gave birth to my son 3 months early. My pregnancy was riddled with issues, ended with him coming early, and thankfully he's very healthy now. So the beginning of my pregnancy started, I had an SCH. I started bleeding, found out I had an SCH, which is a blood clot in your placenta. It could be life-threatening for the baby, so it was very terrifying. I was on bed rest for 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, I stopped bleeding. Baby was healthy. We were good to go. At my 19-week appointment for my anatomy ultrasound, they found nodules in his brain, so I had to go to the specialist to figure that out. It was a possibility that he could have a life-threatening disease. So at 23 weeks, I finally got into that appointment. They were gone, thank God. So he was healthy, but then they found extra fluid in his kidney, so I had to continue to see the specialist to find out what was going on with that. Didn't make it to my next appointment. I was at work, felt like my water broke, went to the doctor. This was at I was just not quite 26 weeks at the time, and doctor sent me home, said it wasn't my water breaking, everything's okay. The next day at work, I start bleeding, so I go back to the doctor. He sends me into the hospital. They do an ultrasound and check. They can't find anything wrong with him, so they send me home again. So then the next morning, I wake up and I am bleeding profusely. It's very bad. I was terrified, and so I get sent back into the hospital overnight. Wake up the next morning, go to an ultrasound, and I'm told my water broke. He's coming. You have a 80% chance of survival for him. So it was absolutely terrifying. The next 5 days, I was in the hospital. It was a monitoring thing, whether to keep him in or take him out as far as his health and my health. Finally, on the 5th day, May 23rd, 2013, I woke up that morning and I was having very bad contractions. Went in for my ultrasound, and they said, we need to get him out right away. Called my husband at work. Doctor rushed me to the ER. They took him out, and he was crying. They let me kiss him. My husband and him went to the NICU, and he was very healthy. He was surprisingly healthy for a baby at 27 weeks. He ended up staying about 8 weeks in the NICU, and he is now very healthy. It was an emotional journey, terrifying for someone that's never been through anything like that, but we're very lucky. We have a little 3-year-old who is adorable, sweet, completely normal, very smart, just really tiny, and it is the most defining moment of my entire life.